Oh, this is so exciting.
How do you like it?
Very, very hard to control, I will say. Oh, something happened. Oh, I'm doing something. I don't know if I'm winning. Okay, I think I'm doing pretty good. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the 6th episode of Digital Divide. My name is Grace, and I'm joined by Professor Kim.
Hello.
So I have a question for you. What do you do when you're bored?
That depends, but as you know, mostly I watch K-dramas. Why?
Because I feel like for my generation, it's pretty much the same thing. We go on our phones, we scroll on TikTok or Instagram, and then after we get bored, we go and play games.
That sounds right.
Yeah, and I think it's becoming a little bit of a problem because in the US and South Korea, you always hear about gaming addiction becoming a really huge problem with screen hours going up. So that got me thinking, what's the situation like in North Korea? Do they have a similar problem?
They do, and in some cases, they look a lot like you.
Really?
Yeah. We have already discussed how cell phones have become prevalent in North Korean society in the past episodes, right? And guess what? Each cell phone, whether it is a 2G phone or a smartphone, they have kind of pre-installed games. And let me show you a North Korean 3G phone. You can check it out.
Okay. Oh, this is so exciting.
How do you like it?
Very hard to control, I will say. Oh, something happened. Oh, I'm doing something. I don't know if I'm winning.
Okay.
I think I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm winning. I don't know what's going on, but... So it's sort of like free electronic entertainment for users, and once you get hooked, you're looking for the next best thing.
Obviously. So let me give you a scene. A factory manager, very disciplined, very serious, is sitting at work. And guess what? He's secretly playing a game.
Sounds very suspicious.
Then he goes home, sits at the dinner table, and keeps playing.
That looks really real. It reminds me of like my brother in certain instances.
I have some people in my house, my kids.
Yeah.
So, but this is not fiction. It comes from an official North Korean TV documentary.
And that's interesting because I think there's this perception that North Korea is very controlled.
Right, but the scene shows something important. Everyday behavior doesn't disappear just because the system is strict. So people still get bored, people still get distracted, and people still play mobile games.
So gaming is a lot more normal than we think.
Much more. It's not an exception. It's part of a kind of everyday life when you have a cell phone with you.
So this sort of reminds me of a scene from Crash Landing on You, obviously. That show comes up a lot in our podcast, but it's the scene where the daughter of a really wealthy North Korean businessman is playing mobile games in the back of her car.
Right. And what's interesting is that part is realistic.
Really?
Yeah. So do you remember in that drama, she said she got the game installed from a service center.
So
that's how it worked.
Yeah, so there's no app store.
Not originally. So remember, North Korean people, normal North Korean people, they don't have access to the internet, right? So you have to physically go to the service center to get your app installed and pay for it.
That sounds very annoying and inconvenient, especially for impatient little kids.
Right. So if you don't have any money or time to bother to visit a service center, you can just play and enjoy the pre-installed games.
But I imagine that's very limited in options.
Right. So the good news is now you have an option for downloading, like a North Korean style app stores.
So it's more controlled, like a controlled app store.
Exactly. Controlled, closed, but evolving. And now users can access internal platforms. They call that 나의 길동무, so, My Companion, and also they have another platform, 자료봉사, data service.
It's sort of this internet-based app distribution system that they got going on.
Right. So people can browse and download apps, including games.
Because in South Korea, you can access apps on platforms like Google Play or Apple App Store, where they offer millions of apps that are just constantly being updated and have global competition.
Right.
But in North Korea, it only seems like they can access it on internal platforms only.
Right.
So shouldn't it be on a much smaller scale?
Smaller scale, but not as small as people would think. So there are at least, believe it or not, around 250 games available on that platform.
That's actually a lot more than I expected.
So how many did you expect?
Like 10? Not a lot.
Not a lot. You underestimated
Yes.
them, right? But you're not alone. So from the outside, people usually assume there is almost no mobile games available in North Korea. But internally, as I said, a whole ecosystem has developed.
So the gap between perception and reality is actually very large.
It is. And the researchers who have looked into this closely also point this out.
그 핸드폰 안에서
On the portal site, My Companion, there are about 250 games listed, but that's really just the tip of the iceberg. There are multiple service providers beyond that platform, so the actual number is likely much higher. And interestingly, mobile games in North Korea are often marketed not as entertainment, but as tools for education or cognitive development. That framing actually helps support the growth of the industry.
이 유통산업이 발전할 수 있는 근거가 되기도 합니다.
So North Korea's mobile gaming industry is actually a lot more developed than I thought. What are the most popular games?
So one of the most popular games is Jupe, a traditional card game. Do you remember your mom and dad played Hwatu?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, they call it a Hwatu in South Korea, but for some reason in North Korea they call it Jupe.
That sounds really fun. Do people get together and play the games?
Yeah, they do. It comes in different versions, like 3-player, 5-player, even rule-based variation, like 14 match.
And this is all connected through online, right?
Both. So players can connect locally through Bluetooth. So you don't have to get connected to the online system when you're using Bluetooth.
So it's not just offline gaming.
Right. But they can also compete through network connections. So both offline and online are available. And multiplayer and competitions are very much part of the experience, just within the country's own network system.
So what motivates players to keep playing?
So when it comes to Jupe, it has a full ranking system. So daily, monthly, or even overall rankings. So players, they can constantly compare their performance.
So there's competition involved.
Exactly. And players earn points, believe it or not. And those points can be used to get in-game items like character skins or special utility items.
So even without a real money being involved, there is a reward system involved.
Right. And there are also achievement and challenges, and completing them gives you more in-game currency, if you will.
So it sounds like games that are pretty much everywhere, like here and in South Korea.
It does. The structure, like competition, progression, and rewards, is very familiar.
And what about other kinds of games?
There are a lot of simple games. So stacking blocks, popping balloons, or matching tiles, or even piano games.
So quick everyday games.
Right, exactly. Easy to start, easy to stop. And traditional board games like 장기 or Padu are still very popular.
Padu, that's like Go, right?
Right. It's kind of a strategy game where players control territory on a board. And 장기 is often described as a Korean chess game, focused on tactics and positioning.
They're actually very complex, these games.
Right, and North Korea has a very long history of developing AI for these games. So since the 1990s, they built programs like 은별바둑 or Silver Star Go that even competed internationally. They performed very well.
Interesting. So it's not low tech at all.
Not at all. It's just a different kind of technological focus, more on AI and strategy than like graphics or connectivity.
So it's just a different approach to game development.
Right. And then there's something more story-driven, a game called 소년장수 or Hercules Kid.
Tell me more.
It's actually based on a very popular North Korean animated series. The story follows a young boy named Sweme, who goes to war at an early age and to revenge his father and protect his country.
Sounds very North Korean. But so people like it because they know what's going to happen storyline-wise.
They do. The familiarity makes a really big difference here. Players are not just learning the game, they're actually stepping into a story they already recognize.
And I'm assuming that the immersive feeling is also a benefit to many.
Right. And the gameplay itself is a 3D action fighting game. So you move through stages, defeat enemies, and build up your character over time.
So there's a progression system.
Right. So as you clear stages, you earn points and use them to upgrade skills, weapons, and abilities.
That sounds pretty advanced.
Right, and sounds very familiar to the game players in South Korea and the United States.
Definitely.
Yeah, so in some ways, it is very advanced. There are multiple characters, and some of them have to be unlocked or even purchased.
Interesting. So how do they actually pay for these things?
There are a couple of layers to that. As I briefly mentioned, they have 자료봉사, so data service platform, and also My Companion, 나의 길동 platform. So there, you can get, you can buy apps, games, or even media.
So it's like a built-in store.
Right, and the users can charge a virtual currency. They often called stars, 별, and use it to purchase items inside games or download paid content.
So there's this in-app economy going on.
And users, when they create an account, they get a digital wallet. The wallet holds both free points earned through gameplay and paid points, which they can buy through that platform.
So the rewards and payments are mixed together.
They are, and beyond that, as I said, another marketplace, 자료봉사 data service, it sounds a little bit advanced for downloading apps. So user can browse and download apps there. For paid apps, they used a domestic electronic payment system called 울림.
We've heard about them in previous episodes. Yeah.
We discussed that when we were dealing with cell phone and payment system.
So there's an actual digital payment infrastructure.
Right. So between platforms like 나의 길동무 and 자료봉사, you get a full ecosystem: content, payments, and distribution.
So even without global platforms, there's still this functioning local app economy going on.
Right.
All of this seems pretty advanced. You have, ranking systems, payments, app stores. But where are these games actually developed? Are they developed within North Korea?
In case of 소년장수, obviously from within North Korea, but not always. Some of the most recognizable games are actually copies of foreign titles.
Oh, like copies? Like what?
Angry Birds is the most famous, example.
Yeah.
So games that look almost identical to Angry Birds are very popular in North Korea. They call it 고무총 쏘기, so rubber slingshot. So same slingshot mechanics, similar characters, just slightly altered, so you can easily recognize it.
And that's what's so appealing because they can easily recognize the game.
I don't know. They do have any information about outside games like Angry Birds, but it's very popular, right?
Yes.
So
At least like 10 years ago, I
Right.
think. Yeah.
I was so addicted to Angry Birds. Right? And there are also platform-style games clearly inspired by Sonic the Hedgehog. One of the favorite games my son played. Fast movement, side-scrolling levels, and very similar gameplay.
So it's not just inspired by, it's mainly copies.
Right. So sometimes the only changes are the title, language, or removing intro videos to reduce the file.
That sounds like huge copyright violations.
And these versions were often shared informally between users or through a local network.
That's interesting. So can you explain a little bit about that, like the informal channels?
So what's interesting about this is it was not hidden, like somewhat copyright violation. It's basically tolerated by the government.
Do they have copyright laws within North Korea?
Sure, they do have copyright laws on paper.
On paper.
But in practice, copying foreign games are very much accepted.
Can you explain why they're ignored?
Because there was a huge demand for content. As smartphones spread, now they have around 6 to 7 million subscribers. So people needed games and fast.
And so instead of building them from scratch, they
started with what already worked. So globally successful games like Angry Bird or Sonic the Hedgehog has already proven their appeal.
So what looks like a domestic game ecosystem is actually just borrowed content.
Right, and that leads to an interesting outcome.
What is that?
So many of the games don't really feel North Korean at all.
Interesting.
실제로 북한이 가지고 있는 고유한 이미지와 그다음에 그 문화적 전
Building games with a distinct North Korean identity takes a lot of resources, capital, planning, and storytelling. So instead, developers often reuse existing content and make only minimal changes, like adjusting character appearances. As a result, many games feel almost stateless. You wouldn't even recognize them as North Korean.
라고 얘기하기 전에는 북한 게임인 줄 거의 모를 정도로.
So even inside this controlled system, the content itself doesn't really feel local.
Right.
That's interesting. So when you put this all together with the games, the payment system, even the copied content, everything seems very familiar, but also very different.
That's really the point. So if you look at South Korea, mobile gaming is built on open markets, right? So global platforms, real money transactions, and constant connectivity.
And in North Korea, the system is closed. Everything is tightly controlled and operated within clear boundaries.
Right. But at the same time, people are still playing, competing, and even spending their money on it. The structure of gaming, competition, progression, rewards is still there.
So the behavior is similar, but the system's completely different.
Right.
Thank you, everybody, for watching the 6th episode of Digital Divide. Please feel free to like and leave a comment if you have any questions, and we'll see you next month. Bye.
Digital Divide is made possible by the Uni Korea Foundation and the George Washington University Institute for Korean Studies.